evening. This is Benazir Rahman, Assistant Professor and Assistant Professor of Finance and Coordinator BBA Program, Northern University, Bangladesh. Welcome you all at our today's program of BBA Fresher Reception Fall 2020. Dear students, from now you have become the part of our department. We hope that your education will be privileged in future through this reputed university. And also we expect that you are capable to flourish the name of the university with your work, dedication, and success. In this crisis moment due to COVID-19 pandemic, the world is facing so many difficulties and the virtual activities have increased due to maintain the social distance. It is actually for the first time that business school has arranged such type of reception program for the students in this virtual platform due to this pandemic issue. Well, it's a privilege for me to be sharing the screen with our chief guest, Professor Dr. Anwar Hussain, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Northern University, Bangladesh. Uh, we are delighted to have Mr. Mohammad Musharraf Hussain, President, Federation of Bangladesh Human Resource Organizations, and former President, APF HRM and BAS with us. The session is being chaired by Professor Dr. Nazrul Islam, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean School of Business, Northern University, Bangladesh. Moreover, we are also glad to get Professor Dr. Muhammad Ikramul Islam, Honorable Treasurer, Northern University, Bangladesh, and also we have with us Dr. Javed Mahmood, respected head, Northern University, Bangladesh. At first, may I now request our respected head, Dr. Javed Mahmood sir, to deliver the welcome speech for the precious. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Benazir Rahman. This evening's chair, Professor Dr. Nazrul Islam, Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean of the School of Business, NUB. Chief guest, Professor Dr. Anwar Hussain, Vice Chancellor, NUB. Special guest, Mr. Mohammad Musharraf Hussain, Founder President, Federation of Bangladesh Human Resource Organizations. Honorable Treasurer and Professor of the University, Dr. Muhammad Ikramul Islam, my colleagues and dear students, Assalamu alaikum. You are aware that since December of 2019, a disaster has struck the world, the people of the world. It started from a city in China, Wuhan, this disease, and till today, more than 1.3 million people have died from it. Other than killing these people, this disease has also caused immense economic disasters to the world, to all the countries in the world. Many industries have suffered so much that there is no telling how or when they will recover. For example, the tourism industry, the aviation industry, the sports industry. Even in Dhaka city, it is said that more than 100 restaurants have closed their doors forever. But at the same time, we see that some industries are doing very good in this time of disaster. For example, the internet industry or the IT industry, the online delivery industry, these are doing excellent these days. And there is also a third group of industries. In this group, there are some players who are doing very good, while others are facing ruination. They are about to be ruined. Now, the education sector is in this sector, is in this group. Some institutions could not adapt to the problem, could not cope with the problem, and they have closed their doors. But others have gone online with their delivery, and they are doing really good. Surprisingly, the public institutions, public universities, which are the first preference of most students, they could not cope with the situation. Dhaka University has started classes after 3 months, and they are still not taking exams online. They cannot do it. Institutions like Titumir College, they are still closed. 7 months after the pandemic has started, they are still closed. Now, students, I'm mentioning all of this because I want to welcome you to our institution where we have not lost even one day of classes because of this pandemic, due to this pandemic. We are taking classes online, we are taking exams online, we are taking vivas online, we have arranged webinars, we have arranged debate programs, we have done everything online. Actually, we have gone online before the pandemic started. We have something called blended program in NUB, where teachers from Australia and Malaysia used to take classes online. This has started, as I mentioned before the pandemic started. So once the pandemic started, it was comparatively easy for us to switch over to online delivery. And as I said, we are the first digital university of Bangladesh. And I think we have proved it. So this is the institution you have joined. And I think you can be proud of it. So I just want to welcome you here. And as head of the department, I just want to say one thing. My door and the door of all the teachers are always open for you. Please remember that. We are here to help you. So if you have any problems, please come to us. Please don't hesitate. So I won't take up any more of your time. I will now hand over the mic to Benazir Rahman. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And yes, being one of the coordinators of BBA program of Banani campus, I once again welcome the freshers. Welcome to NUB family. Now, in the very beginning, let me call one of our existing students, Mehbin Rabita, from third semester to share her views. And I'd like to add here that she has adjusted so well with our NUB environment and not scared to take on new challenges. Being carried a good score, she is working as a class representative and also she is an active club members as well. Dear Mehbin, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Distinguished guests, my respected teachers, and my beloved juniors. Good evening. This is Mehbin, and I am from the business department, and I'm currently in the third semester. Uh, Honestly, it's almost been a year that I'm here, and it's been an amazing experience. I am extremely pleased with the way the faculties teach us, the way they deal with us. We can reach out to them anytime we want, and they're always like ready to help with a smile. Other than that, the faculties make the module very easy for us. They just try their best to make things more comfortable for us because we are doing things online these days. Even if we cannot cope up, the faculties really help us to reach to our destination. Speaking of online classes, I would say at first we all thought it was very difficult and we sort of thought we would give up. But later, the faculties actually didn't give up on us. They kept on trying and they made things even easier for us through the online classes. Even in this pandemic, the extracurricular activities of NUB didn't stop. We are continuing with our club activities with the debate club and the communication club as well. Along with my studies, I'm also a part of the communication club, and it is really helping me to uh, improve my skills in communication. And I am really glad that I'm an NUBian. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mehbin, for your inspiring and positive words. At this moment, to inspire the newcomers a little more, I would like to call one of our brightest alumni, Sabiha Dilafroz. Well, she is currently working as a head of HR department of Domino's Pizza Bangladesh. Before that, she had worked in different renowned organizations like Unilever, Microsoft Bangladesh, and so on. So, dear Sabiha, please share your experiences with us.
Hello everyone, and I wish to express my sincere gratitude to all of you for making Northern University your first choice of all the institutes of the higher learning in Bangladesh. You made the right choice, and I want to assure you that you will never regret for your choice. The faculties, teachers, and management of Northern University don't take your choice for granted. I want to promise you that together with the faculty, you shall make sure that your dreams come true. But your cooperation is very important in all of this. I urge students to make good use of the available resources at Northern University to attain their goal, just like us. Believe me, uh, we can make our university as a brand to the job market. University cannot make us the brand. We are the one who can make our university as a brand. There is a lots of resources and knowledgeable teachers, and there is a lots of club facilities in the Northern University, and there is many extracurricular activities to shining to which make you to grow in the real world. When you step out from your classroom, you can face many of the challenges, but the faculties of Northern University will help you to face these challenges very well. So I want to give myself as an example that when I started my journey with Northern University, the Northern University also the newest university in Bangladesh. I am the 13th batch student, but the teachers are very helpful toward me, and can I could learn many things from them, and I use this in my real life experience. And now I'm here. My career life is so small, but the learning which I got from the Northern University is huge, which make helpful to reach this stage right now. So I proud to be a Nubian, and yes, you can also lead the NUV in future, the highest and extreme point in the job market also. We are here for helping you. Any kind of help, any kind of suggestion, any kind of advice you require, please feel free to contact us that so that we can help you, we can guide you also. Thank you everyone.
Thank you very much, Zabiha Dilhafroz, for your motivating word, and thank you for assuring the help to your juniors. Now, I'd like to give the floor to our special guest of tonight. Before calling Mr. Mohammad Musharraf Hossain Sir to enlighten us with his talk, let me add a brief introduction of him. Well, Mohammad Musharraf Hossain is an award-winning, internationally renowned HR professional and speaker who is the recipient of numerous national and international awards, including the Lifetime HR Achievement Awards. He is also the recipient of the Global HR Leader Award 2017 from the Malaysian Institute of Human Resource Management. He earned his master in HR leadership and OD from the University of Calgary, Canada. Currently, he is the head of HR department of ICDD-RB. Mr. Hussain is the founder president of the Federation of Bangladesh Human Resource Organization and also the founder president of Asia Pacific Foundation of Federation of Human Resource Management. He is the board member of the World Federation of People Management Associations. He is the immediate past president of the BSHRM. May I now request sir to share his valuable thoughts with the freshers. Sir, you have to unmute yourself. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Benujir Rahman, for your very generous introduction about myself. And I'm very grateful to Northern University, Professor Dr. Anwar Hussain sir and Professor Dr. Nazrul Islam sir for inviting me. I have a very emotional relationship with this university. When I started my university teaching back in 2000, I was also teaching in this university. So I have a very good attachment, and I have many graduates who are my students, and some of them are in a very good position, including the director HR of the CARE Bangladesh and many CEO. So I have very good impression about this university. And because of my other engagement, I could not continue teaching in this university. But let me tell you, the newcomers, first of all, my congratulations to you. You have made the right decision. Choose the right university. You know, choosing the right university is the half success of the life. And you have done that. And You have already been introduced with the panel of the teaching staff and teaching support staff. You'll be very pleased to see that they are very, very resourceful. And the business education really started from IBA in Dhaka University. I am one of the adjunct faculty also of IBA. You are very fortunate that your Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Anwar Hossain, was not only the professor of IBA, he was also the director. And the head of the program, Dr. Javed Mahmood, he is also IBA product, I just learned. So you see the Premier Business Institute IBA, graduates and the directors are here. So you can imagine that what will be the quality of the education and quality of the program here. I would like to mention Professor Dr. Nazrul Islam. I have worked with him in many universities. He is one of the very renowned scholars and publisher of many articles. If you search his name in the Google, you'll be tired simply. His accomplishment and his networking. So this is the level of faculty members here. And on top the other facilities. They, in Bangladesh, probably have more than 100 universities, public and private. Only few universities are offering the quality education and market-driven education. You see, many graduates, I have been in the profession for last 40 years and in the HR. So I know what is the quality of the products in the market. Many graduates from some universities, they upset us because they lack seriously the basic knowledge about business and business education. And I tell you, in my organization, in ICDDRB, probably 4 or 5 Northern University graduates are working, including 2-3 are in the very senior level position. So although I'm not attached very much for last 20 years, but I am fully aware what is the quality of the education here. For the students, I have some piece of advices from 2 capacity. One from the employer capacity. Another is I'm also a teaching person. The traditional education is no more helping you. During your education, if you only bog down with your course, study, and your assignment and presentation, these are not sufficient. You have to be versatile. The Harvard Business School has conducted a study last year, before COVID. And they have come up with the conclusion, if you go to the Harvard Business site, you'll find it, that 80 to 85% competencies nowadays are related to the soft skills competencies. So in the real life situation, when you'll be going to the organization, this requires 2 sets of competencies. One is functional competencies, which is your job, and the second one is your behavioral competency in another soft skill. So whatever degrees you have to acquire some common skills. Those are necessary for any job. These are cross-cutting. Number 1, your communication skills. It has to be excellent and in English. I'm very glad that you are conducting this program in English. English become a regular means of communication even in the local organization. Second thing is the presentation skills. Presentation does not mean that you read slides from the PowerPoint. Presentation, to me, you'll speak from your own. However, you can take some references, some bullet points, but I very regretfully see that many students, they try to read the slides, and which I I tell them that this is the kindergarten job. Any kindergarten student can also read the slides. So if you read the slides, then you are not a graduate or postgraduate student. Third thing is that the Bangladesh culture is the individualistic culture, going very, very much individualistic. We are 7 brothers and sisters, so we quarreled, we negotiate, we had a problem, lot of things we done. We learn how to share even a chocolate among 4 or 5 brothers. So nowadays, you are not doing that. But in organization, working in a team, sharing resources, these are fundamental requirements. And also resolve conflicts in the organization. So we have to develop some skills and competency on working in a team. And I know very well, the university will give you a lot of opportunity to work in a team. And working in a team is not a very easy task. It brings lots of problems. There are a lot of storming, there are a lot of fighting, a lot of problems, but in the process, you learn how to reach to the consensus. And networking. Networking is very, very important. Today, 4 or 5 students from Dhaka University, they came to my house to give me the flower bouquet. And 2 of them, the second year, and others in the third year. So you see, they have established a network before even they graduate from the university. I will never forget that on my birthday, they came to my house and gave me a flower bouquet, which is nothing, but it touched my heart. So my suggestion would be, you will not only limit your study in the university, you do a lot of networking, internal and external. And nowadays, social media networking is also very much important. But I will caution you. Today, I was just listening on news, and where I found that the 73% of the female who have the Facebook account, they are directly, indirectly being assaulted by the Facebook users. So my request, moral education is also necessary. You may have a high degree, but your morality is very, very important. Number one, you have to be honest. Honest in terms of your thinking, in terms of your talk, in terms of your attitude, in terms of your behavior. So that is a fundamental. These are basics. Your integrity should be unquestionable. Don't walk the talk. These are very, very important. An honest person will be the respectable person. This is what the reality. A dishonest person can be very powerful, but we see that a lot of dishonest person, they are nothing nowadays. They were very powerful, but they have become zero. Hero becomes zero. So honesty, integrity, walking the talk, good behavior, these are very, very important. Remember, Bangladesh, we do not have a lot of reputation, good reputation across the world. Corruptions, lot of unethical activities, discrimination, these are happening in Bangladesh. Who will stop it? Aristotle mentioned that everybody talks about change, nobody changes themselves. বাংলায় যেটা বলা হয় যে সবাই পরিবর্তনের কথা বলে, সবাই আদর্শের কথা বলে, nobody is practicing that. So I would like to request all of you, you start from your own. From today, that I will never be a dishonest person. Whatever is the consequences, and if you trust me, in my whole life, I have worked many organizations in many countries. I have traveled more than 100 countries. I work in many multinational, international organizations, but I can touch my heart and tell you that I, in my whole life, led a very honest life, and I am very successful. It is possible. You don't need millions of dollars for leading a life. You need to fulfill your demand, and for that, honest life is sufficient. That is absolutely necessary. Many students, they copy paste, and Nilkhet is the factory for copy paste. I would like to request, You write 3 pages instead of 30 pages from your own. My own daughter, she is studying in Dhaka University in anthropology department. She is the final year student. And she was just sharing with me proposal for monograph. And I was so happy to see that by the way, she's in the merit place in the department. And so happy to see that she did not do any copy paste. Whatever she had to do, she's prepared and submit to me an 18-page proposal. I said that, look, you don't need 30, 40 pages. You write 15 to 20 pages, but you have to be your own product. So the last few suggestions to the fresher, world is changing in every minute and every second. What is valid today? No more valid tomorrow. And every day is a new day. Every day is a different day. So innovation and creativity is absolutely necessary. My suggestion would be, during your student life, try to come up with some kind of innovative solution of things. 217 countries have been infected by COVID-19. And this COVID-19 has infected primarily the human resources. And the human resource is the success factor for the organization. And human resource is the success factor for the business. I'm very glad to hear that you did not miss a single class, even there was a pandemic. You immediately transformed to the online education. Many universities till today suffering and struggling, they could not. So what I'm trying to mention that the business has been seriously hampered. On last 21st of October, there was an international conference on business. 15 countries organized, and one of the Indian university, they organized it. So I delivered the keynote presentation. What I mentioned there, that the way we are doing the business, the same way you cannot do the business. Total paradigm has been shifted. Even if you see in Bangladesh, 90% organization, they suffered, they're in a loss. However, 10% organization, they made a profit for next 50 years. Those 10% companies are the companies who can quickly cope up with the change, adapt the change, and come up with a new approach. The Economist has written an article, and I have found that the sales of the Alibaba.com, online shopping, those who don't know, and this Alibaba.com, the daily sale is more than the annual budget of Nigeria. It is 100 times more than before pandemic. So you see, in the business, you will be a lot of turbulence, lot of disaster, lot of disruption, but you have to come up with some kind of. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are, sir. You are, sir.
Okay. So you see, Alibaba.com, Google, and many companies, they have raised their salary. If you just write company who raised the salary during pandemic in Google now, you'll find 40 companies who has significantly raised the salary of their employees, plus many other benefits. How they give this? Because of the innovation and creativity into their business by their employees, they are very much profitable and they are giving the benefits to the employees. On the other hand, in Bangladesh, many organizations, they fired their employee, they reduce their salary, certain percentage, and employee become very upset and frustrated. I tell you as a chairperson, during crisis of the company, you have to raise the salary. Why? Because you need commitment and dedication of the employee during your crisis. Employee will be able to help you to overcome the crisis. So my bottom line to all the newcomers, new students, that the university education is the basic requirement you will fulfill. Your most of the education will be from the surrounding, from your networking, from your, other communication with the other employees. So in Northern University has number of clubs, lot of networking. If you join with those networking, try to equip you before you go to the market. Many students, they go to the market only with one piece of papers. And many students, before graduation, they get the job. So difference is how you position yourself. Same university, same teaching staff, same facilities, but outcome are totally different. So you decide what you will do. Either you equip yourself, do your base work when you are a student, and take the full advantage of the market, or you will be begging the job and nobody will giving you the job. Last thing, try to create job, then seeking for a job. In Bangladesh, there are lot of young entrepreneurs. They have created jobs and they are leading good life. They are also hiring other people. So main target of yours should be learn new skills and competence and knowledge and try to come up with something, create jobs. This is the market where employers market. We have a lot of people, less job. So in addition for seeking for the job, you can also create job, and it is possible. Only young generation can create the job. At the age of 14, Mark Zuckerberg has created Facebook. At the age of 28, Bill Gates has created Microsoft. So age is not a factor. Your competency is necessary. So you have to be innovative and creative, and then you'll be successful. Country will be benefited. The branding of your university will be flourished. With these few talks, I would like to once again thank Northern University, in particular, the BC sir, Professor sir, and others. And thank you, Benazir Rahman, for making constant liaison with me. I was very pleased to see your communication, prompt communication, and making sure that I'm on time. And I once again congratulate all the newcomers, and whatever support and cooperation you need from me. I have some feelings for this university because I was one of you for 2-3 years back in 2000. So if you need any assistance, any support from me, please do call me. I'm available. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for your great and cheerful advice. And yes, networking, self-branding, and also moral ethics very important. And thank you very much, sir, for assuring the help for our newcomers. Okay, now it's a time to hear something from our chief guest, Professor Dr. Anwar Hussain, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Northern University, Bangladesh. I would like to mention here, he was the instrumental of introducing BBA program at undergrad level in Bangladesh with the help of IBA. May I now request sir to share his thoughts with the freshers.
Thank you. Thank you, Manager Rahman. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable guest, Mr. Musharraf Hussain, my good friend and an authority in the human resource area and a great practitioner and also a leader in the Human Resource Management Association, not only national but international. And Honorable Chair of this section, Professor Nazrul Islam, the Vice Chancellor, as well as the Dean of the Business Faculty, Mr.
Sorry, you are not audible.
Sir,
Why?
we can hear your voice clearly.
is the problem. Yeah, is it
Now
clear
it's
now?
It's
এখন
okay
clear,
now.
sir. এখন clear,
Oh,
sir.
it was the
It's
machine
fine now.
problem. Okay. And Dr. Ikramul Islam, the Honorable Treasurer and also Professor of Business School, Dr. Javed, Head of the Business School, Manager Rahman, my other colleagues, and my dear students of the BBA program. Better late than never. The students who joined this program, we took us a long time to go for their orientation and freshers reception. But as you know, due to COVID, everything got delayed. And Dr. Javed has already explained the background, the scenario, the prognosis of the COVID situation in Bangladesh. And we really are proud that this university could start the classes day one, while our counterpart in the public university, they are still uh, not being able to hold the classes for the students. So it's a big loss for the country as a whole, where the education is being washed out for 9 months. It's very critical. And I'm told that in UK, due to pandemic, they had to cut short the school education for some time. But now, despite the second wave of COVID outbreak, they have also allowed the kids to go to the school. But otherwise, the lockdown is there for other vital economic enterprises. So that means to what extent they treasure education for the next generation, which is very, very important. And I'm really impressed by our honorable guest, Mr. Musharraf Hassan's very judicious speech, and also the advices for our young people. These are the practical things we'd like to hear from you. Because what we believe that the purpose of this university, Northern University of Bangladesh, is to equip the young people to become ready for the industry, for the enterprise, and for the profession from the day one. And also another entry for their, knowledge and calculation is the committee of their classmates they interact with. They cross fertilize their ideas, they bring new ideas, innovative ideas. And through that, because of the teamwork, because of the workshop, because of the syndicate group, because of the presentation and the team that we make in the classes and also in the courses, they try to prepare themselves for the skill that Mr. Musharraf Hussain has already laid down to you, the communication skill, the soft skill, the teamwork, and also definitely the integrity and honesty. Because that is the primary thing. Your basic character, no matter what sort of achievement you make in the material world, but unless your integrity is in question, if your integrity is in question, you everything is washed out. So try to be, honest. Try to not to copy paste. Try not to plagiarize. Try to be, thoroughly and very, very much motivated way, an honest career. Try to develop an honest career, and the reward is there because in not only in this world but also in the other world, as our religious teachings prescribe. And I must say that this is a good piece of advice from Mr. Musharraf, and thank you very much, Mr. Musharraf, for your delivery and also for taking time for our young students. Well, business education, as you know, all over the world is having a lot of criticism these days because of the technological disruption that is taking place and because of the theoretical nature of some of the universities and some of the programs. And that criticism we have to take with a lot of salt in it. And that's why we are trying to re-equip ourselves, re-engineer ourselves to be equipped with the present situation and to face the disruption. You know, recently we have aligned ourselves with Kotler, Philip Kotler, you know, the famous marketing guru of the world. And his textbook, I used to study 50 years before when I was a student of Indiana University in Bloomington in America. The textbook was from there. And that textbook has gone through many editions, but the author is the same, Professor Philip Kotler. And Northern University is proud to have a kind of agreement with the Kotler Impact, where we have already gone through co-organizing the World Marketing Summit, which involved 104 countries, millions of viewers, and 80 plus speakers who spoke on different aspects of marketing, which are very, very practical. I was listening to Mr. Larry Lights, the ex-CEO of McDonald's. You know, you take you eat hamburger, you like it, the burger. That is the McDonald's has made it very, very popular all over the world, and billions of hamburgers have been sold by this company. And the CEO of this company was talking about the practical aspects of marketing. It was very interesting. And we are now also talking about artificial intelligence. We are now talking about machine learning. We are now talking about a lot of technological changes that is taking place. But you have possibly seen the 10% companies that Mr. Musharraf was telling, that those who could adapt to the technological changes and adoption and the innovation, that is the online banking, online service delivery, online, grocery, everything. And he was mentioning about Alibaba, who in a single day sold about $47 billion worth of merchandise. So that has been possible because of the creativity of the people and the enterprising genius of some people. But Alibaba started initially with a lot of enterprises and failed. So sometimes we say, there is a saying in our childhood, we used to hear that failure is the pillar of success. And Alibaba is a classic example of that. He mentions this about this so many times in his own lecture. So don't be nervous by failing, because failing you should take in a good spirit, because that is how you learn. So if you get a F grade in a course, don't be mad. Don't go and start shouting or try to knock out your teacher, because you have to take it gracefully that the teacher has not failed, you have failed yourself. And in our university, our grades are very transparent. Teachers show you the script, teachers show you the marks, teachers show you the objective questions where you have to come up with the right answer and right for the right question. My dear friends, you are welcome as the in the Northern University family. Is a big family. Thousands of students, thousands and hundreds of teachers and officers are here, and we belong to a community where our dedication is to go forward and create tomorrow's leaders. You possibly know that our trustee board chairman, Professor A.Y.M. Abdullah, is a very busy person. He couldn't make it today, perhaps, but we know that he is also a professor of business, and he's also a professor of IBA, and he has got two universities under his leadership, and colleges, and also a medical college. So he has already set up a center of excellence for education, and that is his passion. So I would like to share his passion with you, that once you get into this university, you should try to develop the loyalty for it, because once you graduate from here, you will be always known as an alumni of this university. You cannot change your certificate. You will be a graduate from this university. So try to be an ambassador for this university wherever you are. As you know, alumni are our strength. And at present, we have about 30,000 alumni from this university. And Mr. Musharraf Hassan has rightly said that some of our alumni are in a very high position. Dozens of them are secretaries, dozens of them are high court judges, and many of them are police officials. Many of them are university teachers doing PhD. Even some ending up in Harvard University. So we have a very long history, because in 2002 this university was set up, and the last 18 years this university has gone a long way. But we are not stopping here. We have a long-term ambition to make it this university one of the top 10 universities in the country, and that's why you are all working together. We have already got our permanent campus, which is almost finished, and I hope today we got the permission from the city corporation and the civil aviation authority to cut the road for taking the electricity to the campus. Once the electricity is there, hopefully, inshallah, by next January, we'll be taking all of you to our permanent campus, which is a beautiful scenic place within throwaway distance of the city. Because this is a very, what do you call, a center where there is an airport, where there is a railway station, where there are a lot of bus stations. So you can easily go there. It's not a distant place. It's not a remote place. It is not something very far. It is very near, and centrally situated, and the buildings are there. And also another beauty of the campus is that the surrounding is still, the rural aspect, the natural aspect is also there. So you'll really enjoy campus life over there. And since you are just fresh, you have still 4 more years to go. Definitely, you will have the chance to be in the permanent campus and enjoy the campus. I always keep telling the students that our campus will provide you a home away from home. Your teachers will be there to take care of you. Your official, NUB officials will be there to take and provide all kinds of services to you, and we will be enjoying doing the service for you. And our motto is to say, if you are happy, we are happy, and we would like to serve you because we want that this university is created only for the students. If there were no students, no need for the vice chancellor, no need for university professors, no need for anyone in the country. So that is the point in which we want to develop and build a relationship. But you must utilize the talent and resources from your faculty members, from your teachers. Any question, any issue that you are unresolved in your mind, whether conceptual or practical or exercise or a group assignment, try to contact and get the counsel from your teachers. The teachers are always there. I have seen many teachers taking calls from the students at 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night. And Benji Rahman is a classic example for that. She is very, very student friendly. So all of our teachers are like that. And in business school, they are all really dedicated teachers. They are all for the students, and they would like to go any length to serve the students. And my door is always open for you. Since it is online, you can submit your application for waiver or this and that or any other issues that would like to get my attention. You are always welcome. And your provision, sir, is a very diversified, person who is a prolific author, a good researcher, and you can get guidance from him. He is the dean. So you have, as Mr. Musharraf Hussain has already mentioned, you have got so many galaxy of teachers in the business school. Make the good most use of them so that you can also become somebody someday, and we are all waiting for that. I hope after 4 years you'll be graduating in flying colors, and you'll be absorbed not as a job seeker, as Mr. Musharraf Hussain has said, but also a job givers. You will make your own enterprise, earn millions of dollars, millions of takas, and Bangladesh economy, as you know, is flourishing because of the hard-working common workers, employees, the farmers, and the garments workers. They are flourishing the economy in this country, and they are doing the greatest job for the nation. In 12 days, Bangladesh received $1 billion as a remittance from the foreign workers. This is a great achievement. And during this COVID situation, when the whole economy of the world is suffering, Bangladesh economy is thriving in this aspect. So we look for the leadership from our Prime Minister. She is a very, very pragmatic lady, having more than 12 years of experience, 15 years of experience as a Prime Minister. I think she's charting the country in the right direction with the right policy, especially in the industrial sector and the education sector. And we will soon see that the face-to-face class taking will be initiating very soon, I hope, by January, inshallah. So the spring semester, I hope, we'll be able to take classes in the classroom. Expecting that, and I would like to, before I conclude, I would like to thank once again Mr. Musharraf Hussain, the faculty members, Professor Nazrul, Mr. Dr. Javed, Dr. Jamul Islam, and Benzir Rahman, and all my colleagues in the business school for giving me this opportunity to interact with the students. And the students, friends, thank you, welcome, and cheers. Have a nice, nice career of your students' life, the most charming life that one would have in the campus. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your words of wisdom. I'm quite sure that the freshers feel privileged to be hearing from you. Now, let me call our mentor and the session of the chair, Professor Dr. Nazrul Islam, Honorable Pro-Vice Chancellor and Dean of Faculty of Business, Northern University, Bangladesh, who has nearly 30 years of teaching and research experience in the fields of management and international business. May I now request sir to share his views with our freshers?
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Anwar Hussain, chief guest of today's orientation program, respected special guest, Mr. Musharraf Hussain, one of the HR gurus of this country, and also the president of FBA, Federation of Bangladesh Human Resource Organizations, and also the founder of BSHRM, Bangladesh Society for Human Resources Management. Dr. Ikramul Islam, Treasurer of Northern University of Bangladesh. Then Dr. Javed Mahmood, Head of Department of Business Administration, Faculty of Business, Northern University, Bangladesh. My colleagues, freshers and guests, good evening to all of you. I was just listening today the lectures of our gurus. In fact, you will be happy to learn that in Bangladesh there are not many HR gurus, but here in today's program there are two gurus are present. Professor Dr. Anwar Hussain, he is from academia as HR guru, former director of IBA University of Dhaka. He has long experience. He is a renowned professor of this country and also of the world. And another guru is Mr. Musharraf Hussain, who is from corporate. It's another guru. And I can tell you this evening that due to this two persons in Bangladesh, the HRM as a subject became important to the organization, became important to the newcomers, to the new generation of this country. So these two persons are present here. So I should say that we are fortunate that we heard from them, from their mouth, and a lot of advice we got from them. You know, dear students, business is the blood of any economy. To run economy, business is a must. But due to this COVID pandemic crisis, the business is almost stopped. But you know, to run or to activate this business, who will take the lead? The business graduates, the people who are educated in business, and that is you are those people who will keep this business activate, who will run the economy of this country. So your education, preparation for taking the lead in future in this country is very important. As Dr. Javed Mahmood said that in Faculty of Business of Northern University, we are right now offering blended program. Blended in that sense, national and combination of national and international professors. Right now, professors from Australia, professors from Malaysia, and of course, professors from NUB and Bangladesh. We are teaching in BBA and MBA program of Northern University of Bangladesh. So COVID is not only it was harmful or it was a threat, it also brought or showed or also created some opportunities for us to have international experience. What we are now experiencing, the teachers are teaching from outside the country. And our two alumni who spoke here in this orientation program, I should say that they really they spoke nicely. Mehbin Rabita, she said that the classes here at NUB are highly effective. Even online classes are also effective. And NUB did not stop even extracurricular activities in this pandemic situation. We continued everything as before, as pre-pandemic situation. So we tried, our faculty members, our officers, our administration, all of them supported us so that we could continue our educational endeavor successfully and effectively. Another alumni, Sabiha D. Lafros, correctly said that alumni is an ambassador. So you are the ambassador of NUB, and I believe that the newcomers or freshers who are in this program, they will in future be the ambassadors of this NUB, and they will uphold the name and fame of this university. She also said one thing that her career life is very small, but her learning is huge. That is really interesting. That yes, she learned something valuable from this university, from a School of Business of Northern University of Bangladesh, and that is why she is now doing well. So I believe that we will also be able to provide similar services and education to you so that you will be able to make the difference in your career in future. You know that our special guest today mentioned a lot of things. He said that this university is a resourceful university, and the school is also a resourceful. Resourceful in that sense, you may know that the premier institute of Bangladesh for business education is IBA, that means Institute of Business Administration, University of Dhaka. You know, the founder and the chairman of this university, he is from IBA. He is still the professor of IBA, Professor Dr. A.Y.M. Abdullah, and also our vice chancellor, honorable vice chancellor, he is also from IBA and was the former director, and he spent his life at IBA. He was the now with NUB. So we are fortunate that resource persons are with us, to make the difference. Only differences can be made by the people, by the human beings, not by the other physical things. So these resourceful persons are with this university and with this business school specifically. So I am sure that this school will be able to make the difference in your career. Mr. Mosharraf, as our special guest, he also mentioned another point is market-driven education, because he is in corporate. He knows that if the graduates do not have the market exposure, do not have the market orientation, then they will not be selected in the selection board. So that the education is which will be offered by the educational institute, that must be market driven, and that's what we call as high quality education. And NUB is striving for this market driven education to our students, to the graduates. A lot of points Mr. Mosharraf Hossain mentioned, that the soft skill, in addition to functional competency, soft skill or behavioral competency is also very important. That is not, in fact, taught in academia or in the universities. So, along with your formal education, you also must develop your behavioral competency or soft skill by attaching yourself with the club activities, with the extracurricular activities, which are very much present here in Faculty of Business, Northern University of Bangladesh. He also mentioned that communication skill is the key. If you are unable to communicate, then you will fail. You will not be able to become successful. He also mentioned that in our country, we are basically individualistic. Culture is individualistic. We are perhaps unable to work in team. When we are able to work in team, then we know how to share the resources. We know how to sacrifice. We know how to respect others. So I think that is a valuable word. He mentioned that we must know how to work with others, how to work with a team. And also networking is very important, mentioned. Our Vice Chancellor also mentioned that honesty, integrity, and motivation, these are definitely important. Without being honest, one cannot become successful. Honesty is the last pillar. Honesty is a must everywhere, in every case, everywhere, honesty. And if you remain honest, at the end of the day, you will become successful. That is for sure. That has been proved in research. And also, so that moral education is also very important. And in here, you have seen that all the senior professors are here. So I am sure that this school will be able to provide you not only the functional education, but also the moral education, so that you can prepare yourself to take the challenges of 21st century. And also, both our chief guest and special guest mentioned that the world is changing very fast. But we have you thought that are we able to adjust with these changes, and how quickly we can adjust with the changes? That's the challenge. So that to adjust with the changes, we must be innovative, we must be creative, we must be able to come up with something which is new, which has got value, which can solve the contemporary work problems. So that is can be learned or fine-tuned here in academia. So if you remain serious from the beginning to the end of your study here at NUB, I am sure that you will become one of the finest resource person who will be innovative and creative to solve the problem. And also we see there is a new normal situation. Can we think that we will be able to go back to the COVID pre-COVID situation? I am sure we will not be able to go back there. And somewhere we will be fixed, maybe after some months. That will be a new normal situation, new normal, where there will be blending of offline, online, and also lot of experience, so that we must be fix ourselves in a new normal situation. So we need to set our mind, or we need to think in such a way so that we will be able to prepare ourselves in future to take the challenges of the next century or of the days coming ahead. It is also mentioned here by both of our speakers that Alibaba, you know, in our country, what we have seen that salaries were cut down. But Alibaba and other renowned organizations and business houses, they have increased the salary. You see, just reverse strategy, reverse policy. So that is something innovation. They could successfully foresee that if they can increase the salary, then their productivity will be higher than before. That is why they increased the salary and they became successful. Here, even this in COVID environment. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor also mentioned that artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, big data, analytics, these all are the issues which are coming up nowadays. So you also must be prepared to use these developments to adapt yourself with this development. And also our Vice Chancellor said another important aspect, that the failure is the pillar of success. You know, everybody, you know, failure is the pillar of success. Have you thought about it in depth? How failure can help you to give the to become successful? Yes, failure can help you to become the successful, but it needs if you would like to become successful after failure, then you will require education, you will require preparation, you will require innovation, creativity, you will require passions, and you will require confidence. You know, if I ask, if I ask you the question that which animal is the tallest animal in jungle, you will answer that it is giraffe. Which animal is the heaviest animal in jungle? It is elephant. Which animal is the wisest animal in jungle? It is fox. But if I say which animal is the king of the jungle, that is not fox, that is not elephant, and that is not the giraffe, but it is the lion. Because lion can do whatever it wishes, desires. Lion can destroy the world. Lion has this confidence. Lion knows how to take the challenge, how to take the lead, how to be entrepreneur. A lion knows. So we must have this capability, confidence, and ability to take the challenges of 21st century. Therefore, we need to adapt emotional intelligence or emotional quotient along with IQ, because theoretically it is said that IQ plus EQ equal to success. That means success is the function of IQ and EQ, and research shows that 20% success is connected with IQ. If you have higher level of IQ, then you will have the chance to become 20% success. But 80% success depends on EQ, emotional quotient, or emotional intelligence, and that is connected, that is concerned with your self-awareness, self-monitoring, self-motivation, empathy, and social skills. In one word, we can say that is adjusting capability. How efficiently, how quickly you can adjust yourself in a diversified situation will help you to increase your emotional intelligence, and that will then it will help you to become successful. So dear freshers, I hope that you have selected the right place to build your career at Northern University, and our doors are open. We are with you. We are here for helping you, to guide you, to advise you, so that you can prepare yourself to take the to build your career in future, also to take the challenges of 21st century. With this, I would like to extend my thanks on behalf of Faculty of Business and of course on behalf of Northern University Bangladesh to our honorable guest, Chief Guest Professor Anwar Hossain, Vice Chancellor, our beloved Vice Chancellor, and Musharraf Hossain, our what should I say, my emotionally attached friend, Mr. Musharraf Hossain. I would like to extend my cordial thanks on behalf of Northern University Bangladesh for coming here and giving your valuable time with us and with these freshers of BBA program of Faculty of Business, Northern University Bangladesh. So dear freshers, I wish you a good journey. This journey will be comfortable, journey will be enjoyable, and you will become successful in this journey. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable words. And I am sure freshers are feeling confident to have mentors like you all. And yes, emotional intelligence is equally important nowadays. Finally, I'd like to request from our Honorable Treasurer, NUB, and former Head and Dean of Faculty of Business, Northern University, Bangladesh, Professor Dr. Muhammad Ikramul Islam Sir, for vote of thanks.
Respected Chair of the session, Professor Dr. Nazrul Islam, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Northern University, Bangladesh, and at the same time, Dean Faculty of Business, Northern University, Bangladesh. We have with us the Chief Guest, Professor Dr. Anwar Hossain, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Northern University, Bangladesh, and he is one of the living legends in business education. My dear students and freshers, one information I am giving to you, our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir introduced the business education in Bangladesh, who is a very pioneer in this field. We have Mr. Mohammad Musharraf Hussain, renowned HR professionals, and also I am very happy to know that you are the part of NUB as an adjunct faculty. So we have Dr. Javed Mahmood, Head Department of Business Administration, and we have with us one alumni, Sabiha Dil Afroz, and also may have been Rabita, and my dear fresher students. I'm welcoming you and I'm welcoming you to NUB, and very much congratulations to be part of NUB family. First of all, for taking a decision to get admission in the pandemic situation, I think you took a very right and good decision. Otherwise, a lot of months and years may be gone as a wastage from your life. So it was really a very correct, and I think it is a very courageous decision to the young freshers. And obviously time is very important in our life. You know that only one thing Allah has given us equal, and that is time, 24 hours in a day. And others parameter may not be given equal. Resource, okay, money, okay, health, it may be different, but time Allah has given equal to all. So we have to utilize this time. And how you can utilize it? Mr. Muhammad Musarraf Hussain told that actually traditional education will not be enough for you people, for the next generation. So we can utilize our time in two ways, mainly in two ways or three ways. Number one, you have to give enough time to your study, regular courses, which basically, okay, offered by the NUB as a curricular activities. Second, along with this, you have to take some courses like training courses or digital marketing we are offering, or some other programs we are offering, or some other institution is offering. So you have to take part of this training or okay doing certain additional courses. Okay, so you can utilize your time that way. And another thing very vital, and that is basically given one example by our special guest today, that in this ICT era, you know that era is okay ICT, information communication and technological era. So you have to make a huge communication. Okay, so and it is mandatory and it is must, and you have to start it from the very beginning. And we have a lot of class for making you people as a better product, because after finishing the courses you will either you will start your own business or you will search jobs, whatever it is. Okay, we are taking care of you and we will take care. We have a lot of plans and activities also, like we have career counseling activities, we have presentations, we have industrial visit, a lot of activities we are offering for you so that you will be competitive in the market. And you people will be the future ambassador of any, like Xavier de la France. She is doing a very good in her career, and she served Microsoft, Unilever, okay, Domino's Pizza, and other. We have also other some alumni who is also serving the international organizations, multinational companies. So therefore, okay, one thing that along with the education, you have to have the ethical and moral values in you. Okay, otherwise, whatever the business you will do, you will make some adulteration. Okay, so that should not be. You have to have the love with the people, to the human being. So this moral and ethical values also you have to again. So therefore, I'm giving, I'm concluding myself by telling you that we are here to help you, whatever the problems you will face. You communicate any of the faculty members. No problem. Another information. Our chairman is a business fellow. He is a professor of IBA and chairman of NUB. We have the vice chancellor, who is also a business fellow. He was the director of IBA and now vice chancellor. Our pro vice chancellor also a business fellow. Our registrar and myself, I'm also the professor of business administration. So therefore, no problem. I think okay. If you face any types of problems, please communicate with us. And finally, I'm giving thanks to all, including Benazir Rahman, today's moderator. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring words. Every beginning has an ending. We have come to an end of this enlightening session. At this moment, I'd like to thank some of those people who have contributed a lot to make this program a successful one. Firstly, I'd like to thank our today's host, Abdullah Muhammad Ibrahim sir, for hosting the program in Zoom. Then I'd like to thank our convener of this program, Dr. Mashik Zaman, assistant professor, and another coordinator of BBA program from Globe Campus, Tausif, Shireen, Farzana, and other faculties for their reports. For the new students, lots of well wishes, and yes, once again, I would like to welcome you to our NUB family. Be there with us and be the ambassador of our institution. With this note, I, Benazir Rahman, saying goodbye to all of you. Stay blessed, stay safe, and be connected with us. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you
Assalamu
very
alaikum.
much. Good night. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.